Doom the Dark Ages, at its absolute core, is just a glorified hell yeah. That being said, if you hated this game, I cannot trust you as a human being, and I will never take your opinion into consideration. Because this game was good in its own right. 150% better than Doom 2016, and about damn near on par with Doom Eternal in some aspects. But there is no way you can sit there and tell me with a straight face that this game was not good. Look, aside from the Doomslayer, witches, demons, medieval stuff, Lovecraftian lore, Lovecraft stuff, Cthulhu, more Cthulhus, mechanized Cthulhus, literal mechs, it was actually a pretty good game. I believe the variety that was given to us within this game is unlike what we've gotten in previous games. Yes, I'd go as far as to say that Doom the Dark Ages has more variety than Doom Eternal. Not just in terms of weapons, but in terms of what you can do in the game. Being able to ride on dragon. Being able to use mechs in-game. Tell me, what other Doom game are you allowed to do that in? The variety aspect is 100% going to Doom the Dark Ages. I will say one of the biggest issues that I have with this game is it felt too contained. What I mean by that being it's only within Argent D'Nur as well as Hell. Granted, Hell is very expansive as well as Argent D'Nur, but it still felt a bit contained. Understandably, you're also going to the Lovecraftian aspect of things, but that too kind of also felt contained. I felt like they could have expanded that a lot. The reason I say that is because of the scenery. There is an expansive world out there that we see from the eyes of the Slayer. And I think that's something Doom does very, very well. They make you reminisce or just wonder about how things were in order to get to where they are now. For instance, one of the levels seeing this right here, a giant sword through the stomach of a giant dragon. That alone, when I played this game, made me wonder, oh my god, how did this play out? I wish I was there to see it in order to understand how it came to be. And that is something Doom does in damn near every single level. And in the Lovecraftian thing, how did these ships get here? What caused that? Why are these ships so damn big? What was on this? The game leaves you wanting more, knowing full well you can't have it, even with the limited amount of information we know about these things. And that is what I love about this franchise. They did that in Doom Eternal, and they definitely did that in Doom the Dark Ages. I would just love them to make game after game after game explaining everything that's happened, everything that we see from not only the Doomslayer's perspective, but everybody else that he's collaborated with, or even fought. The expansion of Hell, how did that all come to be? The expansion of Argent D'Nur, how did that all come to be? The Lovecraftian thing, how did that all come to be? Like, you see where I'm going with this? Now, as for the action, I can understand why people didn't like it, mainly because it got a bit too repetitive, but that happens with every single Doom game. It's a new type of Slayer, it's a different type of moveset with different type of guns and new weapons. So of course, with things that are new, you gotta make the way you go about doing it new as well. Yes, you could argue there was nothing wrong with the way Doom Eternal did it, but based off of the feel of Doom the Dark Age and what was going on, it made more sense to have it this way. The one they feared the most, a literal tank being able to take out all these different demons and stand against them, something that the people of Argent D'Nur could not do, at least without the help of the Slayer. I personally do not feel that there was any issue with the gameplay. I thought it was pretty good in the long run. In the story of Doom the Dark Ages, I love this one honestly better than Doom Eternal. This was arguably the biggest dude bro game I think I've ever seen with the amount of shit that they threw at us, especially towards the end. The Doomslayer fighting in the King Atlan, the Doomslayer taking on an evolved Prince Azric and beating his ass. Also multiple Cthulhus, at least I think they're Cthulhu. And then to top it all off, a mechanized Cthulhu that we kill earlier on in the game by going from the inside out that we fight in the King Atlan. It was just boss fight after boss fight after boss fight. A literal hell yeah. I absolutely loved this last part. It was perfect. And I'm going back to this, the balance between the dragon, the mech fights, and the fights as the Doom player, I thought was pretty balanced. I think it was like 3 or 4 times for each, whether it be the dragon or the Atlan, but the majority of it was us as the Doomslayer. I will definitely have more videos on this game coming out soon, whether it be gameplay or just talking about the game in general and what could have been or what happened. But in terms of a rating, 9 out of 10. I genuinely love this game. This was a great game. It really was. And now I can't wait to see what the DLCs are going to be for this game, because now it needs to connect to Doom 2016. And from what I've seen, it didn't do that at all. So we will wait and see, because I gotta know. Something's gotta make sense here. Unless they're making a brand new game. Look, I don't know.